I want to show you how easy it is to utilize the Nashville Numbering System within your worship team. Most of us have used what we call popular chord charts, which is simply a song title with your words and lyrics and your chords that look like this. Here it is on the sheet form. This song, Nothing But the Blood, is a popular song and many people have used it, but sometimes when you're using a chord chart as a band member, it can get clunky because you don't know, are we singing verse 1, verse 3, are we repeating the chorus, what's happening? So we rely on the leader or what's happening within the set to try to figure out where to be. And often we make mistakes and wrong notes are played because we don't know what direction we're going. By utilizing the Nashville Numbering System, we can follow the flow as an A to Z pattern, knowing where we're starting and how we're ending, exactly where we are as the band. The Nashville numbering can kind of sound a little scary because sometimes we think of it as a professional system, but it's super easy for anyone to use, and I want to show you how you can do it. The Nashville Numbering System is based on numbers. You take this song, Nothing But the Blood, you see our first chord is E. In this song, E is the 1 chord. Every scale has 7 notes to it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. In this song, the E would represent the 1. The next chord we see is a B, and in the chord scale, an E, the B would be our 5. If you saw an A, that would be a 4. If you saw a C sharp, that'd be a 6, so on and so forth. So you're really taking what you see here, getting rid of all the lyrics, and just for the numbering system, utilizing what are the numbers that represent in the song. And this is really simple. So there are 2 parts to writing the Nashville chart. You know what your numbers are, but you got to figure out what the beats are between each numbers. And that's symbolized by a dash. So for the song, Nothing But the Blood, we see that it's a 1. Well, how many beats are between that B and the E? I'm going to do a dash for each beat. What can wash away? I think the B hits on beat 4, that first count. So we put a 5, and then away my sin, I think the E comes down on the 1. And then beats, beats, beats. And each beat, for each of those beats, you hold the original note. So for what can wash away my sin, now we're in the next line, nothing but the blood of Jesus. Nothing but the blood of Jesus. So I think nothing but the blood comes back to a 1, nothing but, we have a little E sus to E, so I'll just put a little 1 and add the sus to it. Another dash because we're staying on the 1. Jesus is the 5 over 7. 5, 7, Jesus. So I think we have 2 counts in the 5, 7. So we do a 5, 7 dash. We're back to a 1 because we have the Jesus dash. What can make me whole again? Nothing but the blood of Jesus. This is exactly what we just charted. And this is actually a really easy way you can do by just doing a simple repeat. And that's 2 lines and a dot like you'd see in the music. And another 2 lines and 2 dots, which is the repeat. So if you don't want to rewrite the same line again, just do a repeat. So you do it again. So, what can wash away my sin? Nothing but the blood of Jesus. Repeat. What can make me whole again? Nothing but the blood of Jesus. So maybe I'll say this is my verse, and this might represent all my verses. So this is really easy. You could do this and just cut and paste it on your sheet going down forward. Verse 1, verse 2, verse 3, verse 4. So you have your chorus now. So we'll write out our chorus. Same thing. We see our first notes in E. And I'm going to count this out. Oh, precious. I think B is at beat 3. So I go 1, 2, so then I have the 5. Then we're back to 1, is the flow. 1, 2, 3, 4. So, oh, precious is the flow. 5, 7. And we add the 7 because that's important to the progression. That makes me white as snow. So we have an E over B on the beat 4. 1, 2. So we have which E is our 1 over 5. And then we have our snow is 5 dash 1 dash. Oh, precious is the flow that makes 1 over 5 to 5 as 1, 2, no, so we're back to the 5, no other fount I know, 2, 3, 4, and we're back to nothing but the blood of Jesus, which is similar to this, so I cut and paste this to this, 1, 1 sus, 5, 7 to 1, and that's our chorus. Sometimes when you're using charts, I might write little notes before it to say if I just wanted the piano only to play there, so the band would know not to play. I might add bass guitar, all band. I might say bring it down, build it up, but in your chart, as you go through the whole chart, you can make little notes, but the point is you start from the top and then you resolve it at the end. What this chart looks like complete, if you can see, this is the Nashville chart typed out. It's all on one page, it's easy for the band to see, and they know that we're in the key of E, 1 is E, 5 is B. If you're at your rehearsal and you see that your singer might not be able to sing in the key of E, you want to bring it down in the key of D. Maybe the congregation likes singing in the key of C. The same chart works for that. Your 1 would be C and your 5 would be G if you're in the key of C. You don't have to take your time and re-erase or scribble out or rewrite chords, potentially having the musicians play wrong notes because they forgot to erase 1 E and they played the wrong note. Simple, easy to follow. If you'd like more information, all of this is provided on my website. Please contact me if you'd like this chart. I'd love to help you, serve you in any way possible in this